What is a perfect 100 IQ club? It's Dekar here with a banger of a game. This one, we are not the carry. We're going to be playing a little lower economy, playing around the team, roaming around, giving up waves, giving up plates, giving up pretty much everything, right? Because sometimes you're not the win condition. Depending on the enemy composition, sometimes a player on your team completely counters everything about them, and if you funnel stats into them, they're going to carry the game, right? So that's what we did here, and obviously it worked out, right? Because I don't upload losses because you guys don't watch those for some reason. Losses are where you learn a lot, but whatever. Anyway, thanks for clicking, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show. What's up, boys? So right here, we are Rengar with Karthus, Rise, I think Draven, and then Bard, right? Up against the Aatrox, Lee Sin, Akali, Kai'Sa set bot lane. And so with this sort of compositional makeup, our comp has Rengar, who's jack of all trades, Karthus, pure damage, frontline damage, right? In global presence, the Rise, who is a mid-range, low mid to mid-range CC mage threat, Bard, he's very similar to Rengar, kind of jack of all trades, but he's not a frontline, and then Draven, the ADC, Draven, the pretty tanky ADC. They have Aatrox, Lee, Akali, set, all of which are divers. All of them are in melee range. Karthus completely counters that. Rengar with stasis build completely counters that. Rise, due to the fact that they are 4 melees, he completely counters all that. So our coach here for this this solo queue game deserves a raise, right? He really outdrafted the noob on the enemy team. So my job here is to just be the front line. I get carried, I give resources, and play around my team, right? And that includes trying to pressure top and keep the Aatrox glued, keep him from ever doing anything, try to deny him CS, try to obviously lane phase, typical lane phase things. And on top of that, I can sacrifice my own CS or even my own XP in order to try to punish him, right? That's in theory, that's what we can do. Of course, you're going to see a tragedy come up later, but whatever, that happens. A, that happens, and B, it's what you do after the mistakes that determines whether you win or not, right? It's about not being the loss condition. So right here, notice I just used my Q, right? We are hard shoving this wave. We're going to cheater recall. But Dekar, you always make fun of cheater recall. Well, notice we leashed the Karthus. We have perfect CS, and we get the Aatrox under. He didn't even freeze it. He didn't pull the wave, right? So this is a really good cheater recall. Really good opportunity for the cheater recall. Now, here's one thing I think was a mistake. Kindle plus, Ruby Crystal plus the, Jesus, can I even speak? Ruby Crystal plus the refill pot instead of Boots refill pink ward. I would have had to wait a second to get the boots and all that, but Aatrox, mobility is really good against him. Being able to dodge his Qs, his Q sweet spots, being able to kite him in and out using the fleet plus boots is always really important. So it's a bit of a mistake, I'd say, to be doing the Ruby Crystal here. And if I expected the Lee to be topside, which I didn't because of the map movement, what we've seen so far, right? If I did expect that, what I would want to do, wait for the Q3 because the Q3 is the highest damage. But what I would want to do instead is a cloth armor in place of the boots, right? If I expected Lee Sin to be topside. But it looks a lot to me like they realized, like, I'm not the win con. Karthus is, right? Lee went for his little invade. It was a bit bad, though, I'd say. Especially because right here, Karthus is level 5 now. Karthus is though. I don't know how he even wins this fight. Like, how'd that happen? I don't want to rotate here because Karthus is too low for it to matter. Way too low. And so if I walk away, I don't get to maintain this freeze. Don't think he got to touch it, though. He did guarantee it for his team. Now this is where the tragedy comes. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Auto Q. We let him maintain his conch stacks. See this? I think that's tick rate oriented. Because I flash, and flash is supposed to be instantaneous, right? It's supposed to be literally, frame 1, you're here, frame 2, you're out, right? So I think that's tick rate oriented. I should have just flashed to begin with to get out of his sweet spots, right? Just use that and try to maintain this freeze. But it all works out in the end because our Karthus, who got a solo kill on the Lee earlier, I don't know why he smited right there. Should have just saved that for the wolves. It's 21 gold, you know? Yeah, happens. Yeah, exactly. Fuck. But, boom. Karthus is level 6 at 5 minutes, 30 seconds. He is well on his way to taking the entire match over. He's been doing really good pathing. He got that duel up against the Lee Sin. He must have landed his Qs. Like, he only had, like, 2 Qs, maybe, of mana, though. I don't know how it worked. Just did, whatever. But right here, again, we are low economy. It's not the end of the world that we gave up a kill. Of course, in a perfect world, you don't, right? Like, don't die, noob. But we fucked it all. We fucked it all up, and now he doesn't have a freeze here. Those creeps are too low. We're going to get these boots finally and get that pink. It's a decent reset. It's not the best reset. Not the best in the world, but I don't need to win lane. I don't need to be the damage dealer. I don't need to be the win condition. My job is survive, play for the waves, keep him around, and be a tool that the Karthus can use to get fed. Nice and fat. Nice and thick Karthus. Good stuff from Bard. Poor little Set chasing after this guy. Catch their trail. We juked that one, but we didn't get out of that. Fucking fat-ass rengar, man. We're doing W max. We got the ruby crystals. Q, double W. We heal all that. Should have waited for that next hit right there, though. That last auto he did, because I would have healed just a little bit more. And now right here, we got to play for our fleet procs, so you want to be constantly moving back and forth, and just try to get the CS where I can, right? Oops. I don't know if I had the opportunity to get that one. Click R. Yep, we're chasing. I'm making the play, baby. It's not the best for me. Excellent. I was wondering how I even lived right there, because I was low, had the aggro. We get to ignite him now. And here comes the cavalry, right? Save me, daddy. Man, that flash, dude, just the late flash was so bad. Fucked me so bad. Ryze can take all the CS that he wants. Again, just to reiterate, right? He counters them. I mean, I counter them as well, but not a high economy build, not a damage build. My stasis build counters them. My frontline build counters them. Because I got really good wave clear. Got really good disruption. He thinks I want the thing. No. I already typed in the beginning of the game. I said, I'm not the win con, you are. I ain't going to take that from you. Don't worry about it, man. I know my place, bro. When I'm not the win con, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna take resources. This isn't about my ego. I don't need a YouTube banger every single game, right? I want wins. I want to win the game. I like winning far more than I enjoy fucking feeding my ego and being the most important guy on the map. There are games where you're the most important. There are games where you're not the most important. You're the least important, right? It's no big deal. So, look at the Karthus. Oh. So big. So powerful. Here we go. We in there. 7 on the... He gets that off. We get ours off. Get to the brush. And he's dead. Excellent. That's because he rushed the whip instead of the phage, right? So phage would give him survivability, but it would reduce his offensive capabilities, right? He stacks a little. And also, oh my god, yeah, that was so lame. I started lagging as I'm walking up. You know when you start having a lag spike and it just feels weird as shit? It just feels like, why can't I do what I want to do, right? Ugh. It's like the worst. It's simply the worst. Had to grab my phone. Been charging. Don't want to plug it in too long. Now right here, we moved down. Team has been throwing me resources. It's time for me to pay him back, right? We wanted to secure the red, make sure that Karthus isn't getting invaded, isn't getting stacked on. We just jump on her. This is a prio thing, right? Like, I'm not getting the kill on her. We're never going to kill her until she tries to make a play and missteps, right? The two of us don't kill her. But Rise can get his wave. He can keep getting his gold because he scales very well with gold. He counters their comp. And as long as this game keeps going forward at a stalemate like this, 4-5, right? As long as we continue... Wait to W. You always want to W the biggest piece of damage. But as long as this game continues where we aren't like losing hard, we're set to win. Double W. Ah, she landed the E though. He gets the exhaust off. Perfect. Perfecto mundo. God, look at that Q! Man! Jesus. And now he oh my goodness, he has the rift, and so he's going to be able to walk up, lay it down, get some plates, maybe even the full turret, right? Now I did tell him, so I notify him. We know that Aatrox teleported earlier, right? But the Akali has it, right? Hers is on, not Aatrox. He has no exhaust, so might be in danger. We see the ward on the map. See that? See that little red spot? That means she's teleporting, and now he's getting flanked on. But he gets a few plates. He gets some gold. He gets the waves, right? He's only worth 500, so it's not the worst thing ever, but it's obviously still not good. Akali really isn't a win con here for them, though. Like, I really just don't think they have one. Maybe Kai'Sa. Maybe Kai'Sa. Because, just draft diff, really. Like, we have the Karthus and they don't. Trying to think of an optimal team fight. Like, what the fuck do these guys do to win a team fight? What could they possibly do? Their win con was me building wrong and feeding, and the Karthus losing the duel. Maybe Lee Sin paths better, because when Lee pathed the way that he did, he wasted a lot of time, and he didn't stay on pace with the Karthus, and basically funneled him. He gave him the kill. He let him take the red. Let him take the Raptors. Right? Did he get Raptors? I believe he did, right? On the first jungle rotation. And from there, the Karthus, he had such a huge XP advantage that he got to be level 6 at 5 minutes, 30 seconds, right? So I think early game just had to, the first 5 minutes of the game had to play out very, very differently for them to have any chance of winning this. Even with dragons, it really doesn't matter, because Soul Point, it takes 15 minutes to get to Soul Point, right? Well, 15 minutes for Soul Point plus respawn, and that's after the first Drake already spawned. So they just they had to play better on the first rotation. I got nothing else. I got no additional input aside from, like, they just had to outplay early. And then obviously if you outplay early, if you start the game like 5-0, 6-0, 7-0 with your jungler with maybe a level advantage because they're stealing stuff, you can convert it later on using the XP, using the gold advantages, right? But because it's 10-10 here, and it's not even really, like, you can look at the scoreline saying 10-10, but it's much closer to it being like 20-10 at this point, because Karthus is level 11. He has the most gold on the map.
Poor bastards. Who on their team is typing? We scale, we scale. We scale, we scale. It's the set. No, I don't know. But it's totally, isn't that so typical? So typical of League players, right? When the game is completely lost, it's over. And when I say lost, I mean you didn't achieve your win condition, right? Obviously, the game's not over till the fat lady sings. Once the Nexus goes down, right? Karthus gets to cover. We're funneling that guy. This is the Karthus show. This is his game, right? But obviously, the game's not over till it's really over, right? But what I mean is like, oh, you didn't do things right, and now we are in control of the outcome of this match. It comes down to it's not on them to win. It's on us to lose at this point, right? That's what we mean. Oh, we covered the options right there. Good job, Bard. Oh, man. We got the snare there. This poor bitch. She's been CC'd for, what, 5 seconds so far? Does she die there? I think Karthus has all right. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He went and got his cover. Click R, baby. Click R. Click your ultimate. There we go. Ka-chow! And, Jesus, man. Karthus, bro. How do you balance Karthus? How do you fix this champion so that he's not so incredibly overpowered? Do you make it so that he can't cast R during passive? Do you make it so that his damage scales down with distance from Karthus? What do you do? What do you do to fix this? Because do you change his passive so that it doesn't count down his death timer during the passive, similar to Scion? How do you balance this motherfucker? Because Karthus is he's just too strong. He's simply too strong. He always has been too. Like, it's so dumb. Like Zeus is balanced in Dota. Why can't Karthus be balanced in League? Oh, I know why. Because Karthus gets to click R no matter what, whether he died or not. Oh, that's quite stupid, isn't it? So he goes for the Karthus right there. He should have been kiting away from us. He should have been just wasting our time as much as possible rather than going forward right there. That's why we covered the rift, the direction of his jump there. But it should have been either into the pit or away from the pit, right? Like not towards the Karthus. Oh, here, take your kill. Kill me, kill me. Oh, Karthus, daddy, kill me. Yes, kitten. Yes, kitten. Right away, kitten. An enemy has been slain. And now we're up 5. We are taking more objectives. Of course, we're behind on Drake, so that might be where they're making their mistake, right? Because this is an FF angle. This shit's over. Sorry, boys. I don't know what to tell you aside from this shit's over. Accept it, move on. Gets his yoinky moving. She ults in. We just delay. Wait to use the W. Try to heal as much as possible on any rotation. We're going to jump on these two, and they clump. Simpletons. Poor bastards. So it looks like they said, Hail Mary, right? Let's go in for this this fight that we can hopefully win. Auto that. Got his flash. Here's Lee. He's on Draven. So he's beneath. I'm full HP. We gotta do what we want. He's dead. I just got a bunch of kills. I mean, I played the fight correctly, but without my team, that shit don't happen. I survived there, by the way. Even without the Bard, we just get to walk away because we had the ult active. We got the fatty heal on the Kaisa proc, and then we got to just double W, walk away. Double W, click R, and it's a huge move speed buff, right? It's always very nice when you're trying to escape people using that. Enemy team's going to look for the dragon here because they, again, these guys are relentless, man. They don't give up. Royal never give up. But, yeah, right here. Oh, maybe if we get Mountain Soul. Maybe if we get Mountain Soul. Even then, man, I just don't see it, man. I'm not seeing it. now that I've got my my fleet, now that I've got a little bit more of a stat line, right, I can actually bang with this guy. Well, also the double buff. Double buff helps because it slows him when I auto him, so he can't really chase me as well. Now we get our Chonyas. We're going to be working towards the anathesmas, as I Will Dominate likes to say. The Reading Rainbow. It's in a book. Anathesmas. But, right here. Here we go. Doing the Baron. Walking away. It's wiping us over, man. Like, what else is there to say? This is when the commentators, you know, like in LCS, LEC, LCK, they're like doing comms, right? Not now, because Golden Guardians has Licorice, right? They're popping off. I'm really loving that. But this is like when they had Niles in the top lane, and every Golden Guardians game was just like, what's the point? Like, they just get fisted, right? I should have jumped on Kai'Sa right there. He got her anyway, but I should have jumped on her instead of the set. But it's like, what do I say? It's over. I got nothing. That is why I used to love Doa and Monte Cristo, saying, going off on their little tangents. No matter the downtime in the game, no matter what the game was looking like or anything like that, they just always had something entertaining to bring to the table. I loved them. They were my favorite duo, favorite caster duo. Ooh. Top lop. Who you chaining? I pinged it. I bought it and pinged it. Already said. You did, didn't I? And you can click her to see her. Or did I ping it earlier? I thought I pinged it. I don't know. I'd have to scroll back. I didn't even notice what Bard said right there because I'm not really paying attention to that because I'm communicating my info as it is. She deals nothing. Jump on her. Jump on her again. Ignite her. We got the Karthus ult coming up very soon. Got my Zhonya's coming back up. I've got this. He is a Prowler's Lee Sin. That's another thing. Prowler's Lee, like, you literally don't do anything, man. I don't know the point of that pickup. He dies if Karthus clicks R here, so we just chilling. Piss, random Astro Cancer chilling right here. Boom! And now, notice what's happening in mid right here, right? Dravenwind got his red first before swinging up. That's ADCs, right? Junglers take Rift. Junglers solo Rift when all their camps are up and all the enemies' camps are up. Or only the enemy topside camps are up, so that means they're going to path towards you, right? But also, junglers always use Rift top. Even if it's just, there's no reason and all 5 of the enemy players are there, right? ADCs take red. They walk straight to red and they take it. They need red buff, apparently, right? He goes down. That's okay. That's okay, because we got Draven walking over there. And Akali, she's a little tilted. She wanted that Bard kill. She wanted a little bit of KDA, right? But yeah, that's low. The aristocrats, low economy, right? And when you're not the win condition, identifying it is very helpful because then you know how to play, you know what to build, you know what to do, right? So always look at comps. Always try to figure out, do we counter them? Do they counter us? How do we have to play this game? Do we need to win early? Can we just wait till late? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Right? But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on stream.